began in Allentown in 1977 as a part-time counselor working with Bert Goldberg. I was offered the opportunity to assume the executive director position when Bert moved to California in 1978. And I continued at JFS from 1978 to 1988, when I moved to New Jersey. I was a young 30-year-old new to this field with the amazing task of growing a social service agency from infancy. And so we began. JFS was a one-person agency, but I was not alone. In partnership with dedicated and committed community members like Al Pell, Bob Margolis, Leonard Potashnik, Roberta Penn, Marlene Finkelstein, and Ruth Meislin, and so many more, we worked together to establish this agency with the support of 3 Federation execs, Les Gottlieb, Ivan Schoenfeld, and Stu Mellon, with JCC exec Lenny Gervitz, and Rabbis Meyerstein, Brockman, Judah, and Schnitzer. We made it happen. Early challenges were many. JFS was conceived as the social service arm of the Allentown Jewish Federation, a one-person operation from one office with one telephone located at the JCC. I remember single-handedly trying to perform all the services of the agency, from counseling and case management to facilitating family life education groups, from supervising a group living arrangement for the elderly to visiting at nursing homes, from publicizing the agency services or organizations to coordinating board and all committee meetings, and so very much more. The agency was created to address a variety of unsolved social problems and needs. These unmet needs of our Jewish community were pouring forth, and additional staff were essential to carry on this work. Russian resettlement and help with the elderly in nursing homes were particularly heavy loads in 1979 and 1980. Diane Silverman and Eileen Linchuk were very important additions to our staff for these needs. In 1983, we also added master's level professionals Sue Larrick, Mimi Silverstein, Sandra Jacobs, and Sheila Saunders, as well as Secretary Cheryl Weiner. The challenges of office space, funding, and incorporation as an independent nonprofit social service agency were addressed in 1984 and 1985. JFS moved into a new office suite in the JCC. JFS implemented its first highly successful independent fundraising membership campaign and tribute cards to help with funding challenges, and changed its status from a committee of federation to the legal incorporation as a nonprofit organization, establishing accountability to our own board of directors. In 1980, JFS was presented the prestigious Schroeder Award by the National Council of Jewish Federations at their annual meeting in Detroit. Our Lehigh Valley Nursing Home project was cited as an outstanding, innovative program combining nursing home care for Jewish elderly in a non-sectarian facility with Jewish social and religious services, thereby maintaining continuity with the Jewish community. Many volunteers, board members, rabbis, community leaders, teenagers, young and old, from the entire Lehigh Valley were now involved in this major community effort. Bob Margolis, Al Pell, Ruth Meislin, and Rabbi Alan Judah were outstanding in their efforts and support of this program. Starting in 1979, the resettlement of Russian Jewish families was another major accomplishment of JFS, as it involved professional oversight, volunteer coordination, and funding of the rescue and relocation of Jewish families fleeing from the persecution of the former Soviet Union. Working together with national groups like HIAS, we were saving lives, helping our Jewish brothers and sisters start a new life. JFS coordinated and mobilized volunteers and organizations, synagogues, and many other helping resources. This too was an extraordinary effort and an outstanding accomplishment. On a Pennsylvania regional level, the directors of the JFS cities of Allentown, Harrisburg, Scranton, Wilkes-Barre, and Reading establish a network to share information, resources, and programs leading to board staff retreats in 1987, as well as a successful program to serve Jewish singles in all 5 communities. On a national level, in 1984, it was an honor to represent our agency and community by serving on the board of the National Association of Jewish Family and Children's Professionals, and in 1985 to be elected to serve on the executive board of the Conference of Jewish Communal Service. Through all the services and programs offered by JFS, the community gained a heightened sensitivity, awareness, and understanding of the needs of others, how we can help each other, and the knowledge that their own lives were being enriched in the process. Cooperation and coordination were apparent in every corner of our community. The 10 years from 1978 to 1988 were a unique opportunity for me to grow an agency. We shared problems and resolutions, disappointments and successes, as well as frustrating and exhilarating moments. In partnership with our board, staff, community, and funders, we work together to improve the quality of life for our Jewish community. It was this foundation of early growth and experiences I carried forward to 2 New Jersey Jewish Family Service agencies in the next 17 years, and eventually as a private practice psychotherapist during the past 15 years. I am very proud to know that JFS, from its early beginnings in the 1970s, has continued to grow and flourish during these last 4 decades, expanding to the entire Lehigh Valley, and that it continues to be such an important part of this community.